So those of you that follow my blog may be aware that I finished my book. Yeah, yay me. At least for the moment, until an editor or an agent or whoever gets their hands on it. Anyway, I finished my book and I had to think of a better name for it, because the name that I had for it made no sense. I thought it was like a really cool name, but my entire beta group, beta readers, didn't get it. Yeah, not so much. So it was kind of a dumb name, and I had to think of another one, and it was harder than naming any of my kids. Yeah, because you don't really want to use the same name that, other people's books are named, I guess. I don't know. There's no rule that says you can't name your book after somebody else's book, but I wanted an original name. So after a lot of thought and talking with other people, I came up with a name that's okay for now, I guess. So the next step, with the help of my social media marketing expert, yeah, I have one of those. I do. He's good. Is to get a platform. So I did not know it, but you can't just really approach an agent anymore and say, hey, would you be my agent? I have this really great book. No. You have to have a platform, which means you have to have a following, a group of fans that like a book that they've never read that isn't published yet. Does that make sense to you? Nah, not to me either. But apparently that is the way it is now in this day and age, with lots of social media and followers and fans, and yeah. So anyway, he is building a Facebook page for me, and he created a really cool design for the cover. My 16-year-old daughter modeled for it. I kind of tricked her into it, and I'm excited. Yeah. So my next step is to build a following for the book that hasn't been published, that people haven't read. So we'll see how that goes. I am going to beg everybody I know to like my book, and I guess we're going to release like a chapter in about a month, which is kind of neat, right? Teaser, I guess. Make people want to read more. So this is a pretty cool journey, and one way or another my book will be published. So anyway, that's what's going on in my little part of the world. I just had to share it because I'm pretty stoked, and we'll see what goes on in the next few steps. I would be interested to hear about any of my fellow writers out there further along in the journey than I am. Let me know what you've done. Share your secrets. Tell me what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, and kind of let me know whether this makes any more sense to you than it does to me. I was pretty naive and thought you could just write a really great book, find yourself an agent, and then the agent would find you a publisher, but I guess not. So anyway, I'm looking for fans. If you know where I can find any. Great book writer here. Cool book. Scary. Exciting. Psychological thriller. Full of creepy stuff. Yeah, right here.